So, no, we're very excited. I'll introduce myself. I'm Nick Caselli. I'm sure a lot of you know me from some of the Applied Client Network meetings. I have my colleague Miguel Sass, who's going to take you folks through the demo. A lot of you, I'm sure, know Miguel as well. You might have done some blueButler training along the lines with Miguel. He may have installed your blueButler system, but Miguel has been kind enough today to take us through the AI demo. But no, we're very excited. Our early adopters of the product that is in effect right now, we are experiencing people using the AI. Agencies are using our AI Copilot, and the feedback has been nothing short of amazing. We're quite thrilled to hear how much time it's saving, how people are loving it, and ultimately that's what today's session is all about. We're going to focus why the AI is so effective and why it's such a simple but yet powerful use case. And we're going to talk a little bit about this idea of multitasking freedom. And what do we really mean when we talk about that? We're really talking about the freedom to focus on what's important for your agency, opposed to those administrative, annoying, tedious, unproductive, really documentation tasks. So essentially, that's where your blueButler AI is going to come into play. So I'm going to just go through the agenda really quick before we get into the actual demo of the presentation, folks. We'll go over that. Oh, pardon me, I jumped ahead a slide. We're going to display our contact info just in case anybody does need to jump off early. And we're going to take care of a few housekeeping items as well. I see we do have quite a few blueButler users on today's session. So for those who are not a blueButler user, and if you are new to blueButler, I'm going to take a little bit of time, just a couple minutes, to go over the blueButler platform, giving you an idea of what's behind the AI and how everything comes together. Also, we'll touch a little more on why the AI Copilot is so powerful and why it really is a game changer for your agency. Now, I'm sure you folks have heard many people or many products claim that it's a game changer, but again, the early feedback from our customer base is, yes, this really is a game changer, and we're very, very excited to show it to you. And of course, Miguel is going to take you through the demo, and we'll finish off with some closing remarks. But just take a moment, folks. If you do need to jump off, take a moment just to jot down our contact information you see on your screen here. Now, for today's presentation, the majority of folks that had registered are, in fact, with Applied Epic. So just keep in mind that we will be doing the presentation for Epic. Now, having said that, blueButler supports all the leading AMS systems on the market, and the presentation is going to be virtually the same regardless what management system you're on. But again, just jot down our contact info, and if you want to book a demo to see blueButler outside of Epic, or if you are on Epic and just want to see there's a vast array of features within blueButler as well. If you just want to book a demo, click our website there, and there's a book demo button. We can handle any one-on-one questions. A few more housekeeping items. I believe your chat is disabled, but again, contact us through our website. Give us a call. Any questions arise, folks, please do connect with us. Okay, give everybody another 10 seconds or so if they need to jot anything down, and we'll move on. So again, and bear with me, blueButler users, you do know what the platform is all about, but like I said, there are many folks who are new to blueButler or who are not using blueButler on this call today. So what is the blueButler platform? Essentially, folks, blueButler is going to integrate your VoIP system and integrate that with your AMS. In this case, it's going to be Epic today, but like I said, we do integrate with many of the leading systems. A key point that really distinguishes blueButler and separates us is we're there to manage your phone call content and information where you need it to be, and we're going to put that where you need it to be, essentially in your management system. And typically, the VoIP system does not do this. Now, we're not the VoIP system, but we integrate with pretty much every VoIP system on the market, and we do have a VoIP section on our webpage if you want to check if your VoIP system is compatible with blueButler. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, we do integrate with most of the leading AMSs, but we are indeed a Platinum certified partner with Applied Systems. And if anybody is attending AppliedNet, be sure to check us out there as well. But everything you're about to see today, folks, it all starts with a screen pop, opening up your blueButler window into Epic, or again, your other CRM, and that's going to display instantly your customer contact information, allowing you for the platform for all this easy documentation to happen. And through there, a simple click, Today, you're going to see the AI. blueButler is automatically going to document your AMS into your AMS activity note, rather, the recorded call, the transcription of the call, the summary of the call, and we're also going to give you a sentiment analysis with a score. So all that is instantly going to be by one single click documented into Applied Epic today, as we're going to show. And remember, as you're going through the demo, this can all be done in real time. Anytime you really want to do this, you can. We are going to show a real life a session, sort of simulating a real live workflow, but this can all be done in real time, folks. So that's another huge advantage of the blueButler platform. And again, just before I go into it, I just want to take a moment to really focus on the huge difference maker of what this multitasking freedom means. We're getting early reports from our early users that in some cases, folks are saving upwards to 1.5 hours a day per staff. And that's just on documentation time. Now, what does that really mean? Well, what are you going to do with all this time saved? We're finding people they now have the freedom to choose priority items. For example, CSRs can make more client calls. You might have more time to make proper lead calls if you're a producer. Just other productive activities you can really focus this time on, not having to do these boring administrative documentation tasks, getting those notes into Epic, jotting everything down. Basically, the AI is going to open up such a world of freedom for you to do what's important. And I'm about to pass things over to Miguel for our demo, but just to give you a recap of what we are going to cover today. For those blueButlers on today, we are already doing the recording with the metadata capture, but that will be a part of our AI Copilot also. We are going to provide a transcription of our recorded audio, and this is really going to give folks that flexibility. You don't want to listen to a 30, 40-minute phone call. If you just want to dissect certain pieces and critical content, you can pass that on. Of course, as I mentioned, we're doing a summarization of the transcribed text, really helping you focus on next steps. And I did mention there is a customer sentiment analysis, and we are grading every call with a score. So this will be pretty exciting because you can see what calls went well, what calls not so much. In that case, if it's going to alert you to those negative calls, you can address those right away and sort of use the positive calls for more of that coaching and training and sharing experience with your team. And again, I'm just going to reiterate one more time. All this is automatically documented, and simply with one click by you pushing a save button, you're pushing the documentation of everything that you see here, the recording, the transcript, the summary, and the sentiment. All that's automatically being pushed into your management system. Again, today's case, Epic, simply by clicking a save button. So we're going to show you how that works. But and Miguel's going to get into the demo in about 10 seconds, I did want to take just one moment to really point out what really is behind all this wonderful AI technology and this automation. None of this really would be possible without blueButler's database and audit trails. We're essentially going to give every agency complete control of not only your phone calls, but the phone call information and what's been done with those phone calls, ensuring your phone calls get where they need to be put in that. And again, in this case is Epic. And we're going to ensure that nothing is going to fall through the cracks. So Miguel, I am going to turn things over to you, sir. And yeah, keep in mind, folks, I am going to display our contact information again after the session. So if there is any questions, feel free to send it to us through email or give us a call. So over to you, Miguel.
Awesome. Thank you, Nick. And hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. For those that don't know me, my name is Miguel, and I'm a sales rep here at Blue Sea. And so I'm just going to share my screen and get things rolling here for you guys. So as I get that up, I'm very excited to show you guys the blueButler AI Copilot because, me in my personal life, I like to use the AI. I've been messing around with the ChatGPT, the MS Copilot, Perplexity, and I find that it's really an awesome tool to have, especially if you're a working professional in an office setting. And I know a lot of people, when you think AI, it's going to be complicated or it's going to be, you have to go through all these different loopholes or rules to get it. But what we're doing with our simple use case is that we're transcribing your phone call, you're summarizing your text, and we're giving you a sentiment analysis. So we're not asking it to recreate anything. We're just getting your source information and getting you to auto document all of your phone calls using our AI Copilot. And it all starts with the blueButler application. So this is an application on your desktop that you will normally access every single day. And it'll be part of the morning workflow, just like your Outlook, your Epic system, your phone system. You're going to be inside of blueButler. So what you're looking at here is the main blueButler daily call activity manager. So this is where you manage your phone calls, and we organize it in a way that your Outlook organizes your emails. Each line here is its own call record. We capture the metadata so you can quickly see, what time was this call at? Was it inbound, outbound, the caller ID, who handled this call? And on the right side, once we get into workflows and using blueButler, you're going to be able to simply see, which customer does this call belong to, which policy number does it belong to, and so forth. So we're giving you a lot of in-depth information here. And I'm going to come back to the screen at the end after I show you the workflow. Just wanted to give you a little bit of context behind it so you know what you're seeing. So, you have your blueButler app open throughout the day, but since you most likely, if you have the AI, you have all this free time because you're not documenting. So you're most likely inside of your Epic system, and your next live phone call comes in. So we're actually going to do here simulate an actual live call. So I'm going to answer my call, and blueButler automatically pops open in front of everything, and it does an automatic search in the Epic database for that phone number. So what you're looking at here is the call record screen, and you've got a little Epic or a little window into Epic, and we can see here that my customer Sunny is on the phone, and this is the phone number that they called from. You can see their customer information here. If you wanted to, you could go over to the Epic file, but technically with this integration, you don't even need to go outside. You can create the activity directly from your blueButler screen. And that's not all that you get from the blueButler screen here as well, too. You get some servicing context, so you get a little bit in-depth look of who's handling that account. You have the ability to tag some calls down here at the bottom. And on the right-hand side, you have the ability to have some checklists and scripts all built in within your blueButler platform. But today, we're just going to focus on getting the AI activated for each live phone call and getting it simply into your agency management system. And so we've got a lot of blueButler and Epic users on this call right now. So they know how easy it is to come in here, click confirm at either a policy or an account level, brings you to an activity tab. And from here, you can simply then just fill out your information and with one click have the save button selected, and then you're done. With that one simple click, you've now documented this live phone call that we were on, and you can click that save button anywhere during the phone call. So you don't have to wait until the call is finished to have it documented, which is just a game changer in itself, because then, you don't have to wait, you don't have to remember, you don't have to document it on a piece of paper or on a word pad. Within 2 minutes, the call is inside of Epic and it's linked back to that recording. So that's Nick mentioned the four features earlier about recording, transcription, summarization, and sentiment analysis. So this is the first part. This is the recorded part. We're capturing the metadata, and then how are we getting it into the agency management system? And that's just by clicking that simple save button and popping it in there. Nick, anything you wanted to jump in with on that part?
Yeah, I'll just unmute myself here. Yeah, again, folks, again, it's a simple screen pop. All you've done really to get to this stage is you picked up your phone, blueButler's popped open with your customer information, and you've confirmed, then push save. And now, again, we're going to be repeating these four things the AI is doing. You have your AI recording, your summary, your transcription, and your sentiment analysis all pushed into your Epic activity note. And Miguel can show you that right now. But again, that's how easy it is. You picked up your phone, this has been done, then you're done.
Perfect. No, thank you, Nick. And so now the next part is to show you, where did this go? Where did this information go? And how can we review this AI information? So I mentioned earlier, if you see a pop button inside of blueButler in a call record, that means that you can pop that button and it pops you into that file for that client. So what you're seeing here is I'm inside an Epic system. And now I'm inside of their activity notes for that specific client, Sunny, that I took the phone call with. Just going to refresh this. And now I've got my latest one that I created for, and you can see here, these are the activity notes. So right away, within 2 minutes of that phone call, we didn't even finish it, but we've got the reference number inside of the notes. We've got metadata about the phone call. And then the big part here, we've got the automatic AI link automatically embedded inside of your activity notes. So that if somebody was to review this phone call or needed to get quick access to it and they were inside of Epic, and they wanted to just review it because there was a big dispute, you could come in here and you could click the links button, go to the web AI web page, launch it up, and then it's going to pop over. And so now you are inside our BBAI summary web link. So it's a web-based link here that you're going to pop open to see the AI capabilities. And so I'm going to go through here through the 4 topics that we talked about, right? Recording, transcription, summarization, and sentiment analysis. So the recording part is going to be inside of here, inside of that link. So nothing is stronger than the source information, and that's that recording. So anytime you needed to go listen to it, if you were just reviewing the notes, but you wanted to get some more in depth, you always have access to the source here by listening to the recording. Now, we also give you access to a transcription because what we're doing, again, we're not asking the AI to recreate any information. It's going straight to the source and transcribing the entire phone call, which you have access to it all underneath. And this is where you can, if you wanted to share a piece of information, it gives you that flexibility to just copy and paste a section of it and send that off to a colleague so that they don't have to read the entire transcript. Now, the other part and the best part I think about this entire Copilot is that it auto documents your call. So the same summary notes that your staff members are, trained to create, the blueButler system automatically summarizes it here for you. So it does a concise summary of that phone call. Again, not making up anything. It's just grabbing the information. It's not going to the internet to grab info. It's going straight to the phone call to create it. And then we also give you some key topics discussed. So these are those focus next steps down the line. Any high level points that were talked about, anything that you need to, quick reminders for afterwards, we can input within these key topics. And then the last part is the sentiment summary. So you can see here that there's a sentiment score. So you got a positive here and it's blue. You might not be inclined to read that, but if you see a neutral or if you see a red negative, that's going to be that alert to say, hey, I need to read this sentiment summary. What happened on this phone call? Was it an issue with the customer service? Was it an issue with the pricing? So it just gives you that kind of in-depth look of about the mood about that phone call. Are they angry? Are they mad? Are they willing to still stay with you? That's the type of information that you can extract from the sentiment analysis. And remember too, these summaries, you can also copy them anywhere you need to, into an activity note, into an email, into an instant chat message, just by simply clicking the copy button. And for anybody here that's not on an Epic system or is maybe on a CRM, this is how you can, again, get those notes quickly into that activity note just by copying and pasting that entire summary. Or if you want to get the concise summary, you can also copy that one and get the key topics as well placed into your notes. Now, I want to give you guys also too one last little key cool feature as well that you can use. And this goes for anybody that is using Microsoft Office 365 internally. You will have access to the Copilot. And the Copilot here allows you to just go a little bit, another layer deeper and accessing your information with using AI. blueButler already organizes all of your data, by customer codes, policy numbers, leaving it in a place where anybody that needs to find it can find it. And then when you need to access it, you can pop it over here with the AI, use the Copilot, and just go even further and use this enhanced technology that you might have not even been using to its full potential. But blueButler has set up a platform that allows you to use all these outside tools easily available and to go further. And just to, one use case here with the Copilot, let's say you were sending out an email to an underwriter and a lawyer. You could ask it to create that email for you and to include the summary from the web page here, and then it'll create that for you, and you can copy and paste that into your Outlook. So just a cool little feature there that's available, and that makes it available because of how open the blueButler platform is and how it's set up. Nick, anything you'd like to add in there?
Yeah, no, great job, Miguel. I would just confirm that the early response too is the accuracy is just phenomenal in terms of the summary and transcription too. But the most important thing, it may not be obvious, folks, is blueButler is really ensuring that you get the right information where you need it. Yes, this is all great that we have this summary and we have this transcription and sentiment, but and Miguel's going to confirm this in a moment in his next step of the demo, blueButler is ensuring that you have the right information when and where it needs to be. So we're going to show you that in a moment, but it's all really behind the scenes, this database, blueButler tracking everything, ensuring everything is properly documented, and in fact was documented. So Miguel, I think that'll be a nice transition into your next step of your webinar or your demo here.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. That's a perfect, actually, because I wanted to talk about our audit trails is what allows us to capture and display whether or not an activity was or wasn't created inside of your agency management system. So I'm just going to come back here to my blueButler application, and we're going to come back here to our daily call activity manager. And here's where the power is, right? This is where you have control over all of your devices in your agency or your firm. And just by looking at this linked box, and if that's activated, you 100% know that an activity has been created and is linked back to this recording. That gives you that peace of mind that you have that E&O protection for all your calls. Now, let's say somebody was out on the road and they take a lot of phone calls, or they're away from their desk. blueButler still automatically documents all of your phone calls, regardless if they had the application, the blueButler application open, because we still have control of all of your devices and how we're grabbing all the metadata and recordings from them. So you might notice that there's no linked box activated for some of these calls. That means that they haven't created the activity because maybe they were away. But guess what? All of your calls are still auto documented because you have an AI button here that you could simply click, and then it'll launch it to the AI page. And then once they get back to their desk, they could always come back afterwards, double click a recording, find their customer here, and click confirm, click the save button, and then now you're done. It's already now been created inside of Epic. If you want to click the pop button, you can pop over into that file here. I'll just refresh this one. And then there was the most recent one I just created. Within 2 seconds, it's now inside of Epic. It's already automatically documented for you because the AI Copilot will do that for you, just saving you the time so that now you can have that multitask freedom to do other items around the office that might need priority. But that is the application. Again, it's really simple, and I tend to think it's the most simple use case for insurance right now that could be easily available and could be used from day one right away. And thank you again for staying in this demo here. Feel free to reach out to Nick or I or James on LinkedIn too if you have any questions, or even if you just want to chat AI and you have some questions, feel free to reach out to me. But thanks again, and I'll send it back here to Nick.
Thank you, Miguel. Yeah, no, folks, hopefully that gives you a pretty good demonstration how simple it is. And, a lot of times with new technology, I know and I hear integrating a new management system into your agency can be a challenge. Learning blueButler, like Miguel said, learning this AI Copilot literally is maybe a half an hour training session, very intuitive. very simple to use. But I did want to share quickly our contact info one more time. If you got on late, you didn't have a chance to jot anything down. Please do. For just 1 second here, folks. I'm sharing my screen. You should be able to see our contact info now. Miguel, just verify you can see that for me.
It's not up yet, but it should be up in a second. There we go.
Perfect. So no, folks, just to conclude, we will be sending everybody a recorded copy of this session. Again, please feel free to share it with others. While we did show it for Epic today, for Vertafore platforms, we have a very similar integration, and we have an awesome interoperable capability with pretty much any other AMS or CRM. So again, click the blueButler or the www.bluec802 website. Once you click that, right in the top, you'll see the book demo button, or just email us any questions or give us a call. We're happy to take you through whatever you might want to look in, because while this AI is a wonderful product and a wonderful addition to blueButler, there is a very powerful product already in existence behind that. So certainly if you're unfamiliar with that, I encourage you to check it out as well. But again, everybody, thank you so much for your time. Really great turnout today, and we're very happy to present to all you today. And Miguel, thank you for your time again, sir. Appreciate it.
No, thanks again. Thanks again, Nick, and thanks everyone.
All right, folks, take care.
Have a great day. Take care.